Jumping right back into it. DNA replication, part 2 of our DNA mix series. It's now 6:20, and I'm still here at the school, still posting this stuff for you guys. I'm telling you, you don't appreciate me enough. You're going to appreciate me after this test. I guarantee you that. Let's go. All right. Some fast facts just to make sure we know what we're talking about still. This occurs in multiple spots. It does not start at an end, it starts in the middle. I love the illustration here. You can clearly see that happening. You see the replication forks are marked. You can see the helicase is marked. You can see the Okazaki fragments. You can see the ligase working through. You can see the polymerase working through. You can see the leading strand, lagging strand. My God, this image has everything. Anywho, like I illustrated there, we have a leading and lagging strand. One goes faster than the other. There are multiple sites of this replication, and let's just get right into how all this works. First off, let's take a look at ribose versus deoxyribose. I labeled deoxyribose with the image. I did not label it with the ribose, but you can clearly see right here, we don't have the oxygen that we have right here. That's why it's called without oxygen ribose, deoxyribose. I've been sitting in this chair so long, kids, my lights just shut out in my room. It's motion censored. You're so welcome for this. I want to go home. I'm starving. I just saw that my family had Chick-fil-A for dinner. So, thanks, guys. I'm not there to have Chick-fil-A. I'm here with you. And I'm not even with you. I'm in a dark room talking to a computer screen. And, this somehow makes sense. It doesn't. Let's go. I want to be done. Let's talk about our enzymes. First up, DNA helicase is going to unwind the DNA and it's going to break the hydrogen bonds. This creates our replication fork. Then the RNA primase comes. So if we're talking about 1, 2, 3, 4, here's the first one, here's the second one. The primase, which is RNA, it puts one piece on the leading strand and one or multiple pieces on the lagging strand. This is going to create those Okazaki fragments. The reason we need more pieces on the lagging strand than the leading strand is because polymerase can only add in the 5 to 3 direction. Okay, it's going to add our nucleotides working towards the 3' side and come back at the end, make sure all the stuff's correct, replace all the RNA, and then finally ligase is going to reseal it and get all the credit for all the finishing touches, even though it really doesn't do as much as polymerase. Let's take a second to talk about RNA and the differences. Number one, this is ribonucleic acid. Ribose is the sugar. This goes way back to last year because Salem Russell. See this? This means it's not there. Okay, she loves German, so she wanted me to put it in there, so I did. I'm not going to try to pronounce it. It just means it's not there. No thymine. Uracil replaces this, and it is a pyrimidine. I won't ask about it tomorrow, but RNA is single-stranded. We will learn way more about that soon. Here's our image of uracil. You can see it's single-ringed. It still pairs with adenine. Okay, and remember, the only time it shows up is if there's adenine on the DNA. Then in the RNA, you'll have uracil. If it's a thymine in the DNA, you still have adenine. Let's first talk leading strand. It's much faster. It only has one set of the RNA primase. It runs 5' to 3', and this is because of the the DNA polymerase. You're going to learn about RNA polymerase in just a few days, so I'm getting ahead of myself. Don't freak out. Good illustration here. I told you we have the fork progression, which is the exact same as saying which way the polymerase is running. It's going to the left, so we look for the 3' on the right, which is the top strand right here, and they clearly have it labeled. They have used green, so I will use, black to draw an arrow to it, to the RNA primase, and then the leading strand just goes, and it gets done super duper fast, and it's very, very efficient in what it does. Now our old friend, the lagging strand, not quite as simple as the leading strand. Still have the exact same image, okay? You can see our Okazaki fragments run from about shear to shear. You can see which direction this is all going is working backwards. Like I said, it's leapfrogging. It's attaching to this 5' right here and working back to this 3' right there. We need multiple pieces of the primase, and this one, here's 1, here's 2, and it just continually leapfrogs itself and works backwards. Don't forget, those segments are called Okazaki fragments. So, take a second. I think if you pause it, it might pop up on there, so I'm not going to actually do it for you. I will assist you on this. Let's go ahead and assume that the polymerase is going to run in this direction. So you got 3 seconds to determine the leading strand. 3, 2, 1. If you chose the top one, you are wrong. This right here would be our leading strand. And I will go ahead and throw you a little piece of primase in here. G, C, A, rut-row, we have to put a U, very good, an A, and then from here we're going to have DNA working this way. I like to always just put my primase in the same color, and I always like to put it on the 3' side, but then I'll come in here randomly. Let's use U, so I can put a U in there so you can illustrate it again. Here's some more of our RNA primase, and DNA is going to work back and leapfrog and work just like that. On the test tomorrow, you will need to kind of do that little number and list the replication fork, and you'll need to tell me this is lagging, and you will need to tell me that this is an Okazaki fragment right here. Yeah, and we will differentiate with color, so I'm going to put some more color in here to show me the RNA versus our blue DNA, and then I'm getting kind of bored, so I'm just going to scribble like this, and then I'm going to put a check mark because I dominated that entire example. There's another one. Practice B. Okay, now this one's all you, and I will just make it go this way. Make the polymerase go this way. So take a second, look at it. So yeah, I'm going to need an answer, so let's go ahead and do this. This is our leading strand. This is our lagging strand. So I'm going to do this just for kicks. Our replication fork. And let's use some red. And let's do some red right here. And that's our primase, DNA, DNA, DNA. Our Okazaki fragment, it goes right here. And I think I labeled it all, didn't I? Yep, looks good. Hopefully I actually wrote it out. And again, I will put a smiley face with a big tongue sticking out and a check mark. Everybody agree? Anybody object? 3' opposite of the arrow. Okay. Oh, look at this. I even recapped for you guys. I forgot I did that. Oh my God, I'm so nice to you. Hershey and Chase determined the genetic material. Shargoff did the math for the complement base pairs. Franklin, helical shape, Watson, quick double helix. Don't forget, Griffith. R-ish, S. Remember, S that reproduces, dead. R that reproduces, okay. Heat killed S, okay. S that has been heat killed plus R, dead. Why? Because the R did a mutation and made a capsule. Reproducing capsules kill mice. And we're going to do this again. Oh, that's 2. It's beautiful. Look, my God, I gave you all of this again. I am too nice to you. I'm not even going to read it. Look at it. It's the last slide. I'm done. It's getting posted. See you tomorrow. Good luck. 3rd period. Fun fact, you might be late to class because of the assembly. You still have your test. Have a good night.